You're listening to the Estate Plan Lady Show with Yvonne Dantzler, where we talk about planning for your future. Whether it's estate planning, life insurance, retirement, or savings, we've got you.
Hello everyone, Yvonne Dantzler here, and thank you for tuning in to the Yvonne's Wealth and Knowledge podcast show. Once again, this is Yvonne Dantzler, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Yvonne's Wealth and Knowledge podcast show. Today we're here to answer the following question of the day. Will filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy ruin my credit? Once again, the question of the day is, will filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy ruin my credit? Now, before we move on, just wanted to let you know that I'm out and about. I'm actually on location at a beautiful park in Southern California. So once again, I'm out and about at a park in Southern California. So if you hear any children, dogs, people talking, cars, motorcycles, helicopters, airplanes, any of the following, is because I'm out on location. So just wanted to let you know what the background noise is from. So anyway, to answer the question of the day, will filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy ruin your credit? The answer is most likely no. In many cases, filing bankruptcy will actually improve your credit. Now, this is true for many debtors. Debtors are people that are filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy or filing bankruptcy, period. Because once they receive their discharge paperwork, they no longer owe the debt. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the discharge paperwork. Because what happens is, now from there, your debt-to-income ratio will often be at a zero balance. Once your bankruptcy, Chapter 7 bankruptcy is over, you can start the process of rebuilding your credit. Now, if you're proactive, you can get new credit, pay all your obligations on time, and it's very much possible that you could reestablish good credit in as little as 6 months to 3 years. It just depends. Now, let's get back to the credit thing. So, when you're filing bankruptcy and while you're in bankruptcy before your discharge, you'll notice that you're going to start to get a lot of offers. You'll get a lot of car loan offers. You'll get a lot of credit card offers. What's happening is your information is out there on public view for these credit card companies and these car loan companies and these dealerships to see, and so they're trying to offer you more credit again. Now, keep in mind and be mindful of why you filed bankruptcy in the first place. Just keep that in mind. So some of these things can be a great avenue of reestablishing credit once your discharge has happened. So keep in mind, a lot of times once you file bankruptcy, you won't even have to look online to reestablish new credit because they're going to start sending it to you. And offers that little, nothing, secured accounts, some of them you'll have to come up with a deposit, some of them you won't have to. They just take it out of the balance. So for example, you might be offered a $200 credit card, and what they do is if you accept the offer, they'll charge all the fees up front out of that credit card. So when you get finished with that $200, you're actually maybe only have anywhere from $100 to $75 to spend. But that's okay. If you choose to do it that way, that is part of reestablishing your credit. Just make sure that you pay those accounts on time, and what it does over time, it starts to help you build that positive credit again. So now you have a new positive inquiry or a new positive credit line on your credit report. Also keep in mind, bankruptcy is also good if you need to file it, a Chapter 7, because after so many years, depending upon what type of home loan you're trying to get, you can still qualify for a new loan. You can qualify for a home loan. FHA, as of the date of this recording, you can qualify at least 1 year after filing for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Now that varies from year to year, and it varies from lender to lender. So definitely check with a local loan officer or a bank to find out what the guidelines are. Okay. Now keep in mind this too. On the other hand, having many lingering old accounts, past due accounts, collections accounts will drag your credit score down for years. Most people find themselves unable to significantly improve their credit until all these delinquent accounts are settled. This is what happens. This is why the process of why your credit score can drop down. Remember, one delinquent account can have a couple of collection agencies showing up on your credit. So it can be that one account that you originally messed up with. So let's just say it was $1,000. But if that original creditor sold your account to 2 or 3 different collection agencies for collections, you could very well have 3 or 4 inquiries for one thing that happened. This can significantly drop down your credit score. So keep this in mind. That's another reason why people run to file bankruptcy, and after a while they see their credit score jump up. So a lot of these things are to take into consideration. Now remember, the bankruptcy will show on your credit, the Chapter 7 or whatever bankruptcy. They have other bankruptcies, but this question of the day is about a Chapter 7. Will show on your credit for about 7 years, 7 to 10 years. It stays on your credit. So that's a positive thing, and it could be a negative thing too as well. So just because you have a Chapter 7, you rebuilt your credit, it doesn't mean that the best lender or the best credit card person, once you apply, is going to accept you. Just keep these things in mind and be proactive. The whole purpose of filing for bankruptcy is about estate planning and keeping yourself living within your means and being able to have, things like being able to have nice cars, nice houses, and retirement accounts and saving for retirement. So if you have to file for bankruptcy, keep in mind of why you filed in the first place. Anyway, I hope this helps you, and we'll have more upcoming podcast shows talking about bankruptcies and other estate planning and financial things in retirement and retirement subjects. So I want to thank you for tuning in to the Yvonne's Wealth and Knowledge podcast show, and everyone have yourself a good day.
You've been listening to the Estate Plan Lady podcast with your host, Yvonne Dantzler. If you like what you've just heard, please subscribe and share our channel today. We invite you to listen again. Visit us at www.estateplanlady.com or call us at 909-440-8617. We are located in Southern California.